Superannuation Excess Concessional Contributions Tax Amendment DisabilityCare Australia Bill 2013.
The Minister for Financial Services and Superannuation has the call.
I present the Superannuation Excess Concessional Contributions Tax Amendment Disability Care Act Bill 2012.
The Clerk.
First reading, a bill for an act to amend the Superannuation Excess Concessional Contributions Tax 2007 and for related purposes.
The Minister has the call.
Thank you, Speaker. The Superannuation Excess Concessional Contributions Tax Amendment Disability Care Australia Bill 2013 is part of a package of measures increasing the Medicare levy by 0.5 percentage point. It's an honour to speak to this bill and to support it. At an outset, I should acknowledge this bill is part of a team of bills, and I acknowledge the work of the Prime Minister, the Treasurer, Minister Macklin and Minister McLucas, and all of the people with disabilities and their advocates who've worked so hard to get us to this point. It is an honour to speak to this bill because for to do so we recognise the story that so many Australians are in. It is a long twilight struggle with numbers every evening and every morning that don't come up right. It is a struggle with the limits of love. How much we have for it, how much money we have for its expression, its gifts, its pleasures, its family occasions. It's a struggle that every day, by inches, minutes, ill-chosen words, by guilty evasions, by things not said or said too late. It's a struggle that's fought by good people who have tried so hard in circumstances that are not their fault and have never been their fault. People that have been challenged and defeated by shafts of fate that are now and have always been beyond their control. These bills have been a long time coming, but we recognise their story now and the burden of love it represents and the sorrow and the pity, day in, day out, that consumes the lives of more than 1 million of our fellow Australians. The increase in the Medicare levy will help fund DisabilityCare Australia, which I believe is the most profound piece of social justice and civil rights policy since Medicare. This is a watershed moment in our Federation of States, our national story. It is an opportunity to alter the course of the future of millions of Australians that find it difficult in maintaining a basic level of existence that many of us take for granted. The importance, the urgency of this should not be underestimated. That once disability care becomes a reality, we will never look back. We will never go back to a time, a truly primitive time, where the people with disabilities and their carers have had to shoulder the burden and fill the gap while well-meaning legislators sat back and looked at their knuckles and hoped the problem would fix itself. This is a great cause to come before the House, and the most important that I've had the privilege to work with the Labor team on. This is our chance to turn to more than 400,000 Australians, their families and carers, that face these daily struggles and say to them, your country will not leave you alone to fight each day. We see you, you have worth. And with a bit of help from your people, your society, your tribe, there is a chance that things can change. The better prosthetic that may give new chances of work. The help of a specialist, one that previously was unaffordable under the private system, could make a breakthrough that can turn a life around. These bills will change lives, change families, change the dimension of hope in every community. No longer do we fill this place with empty rhetoric on the issue. We now put our money on the table and we ask, what is the price of ordinary life? Under disability care, it doesn't matter if you were born with an impairment or the circumstances in which you came to be the way you are. What seems like such a basic concept as old as the Good Samaritan has taken a lot of work by a lot of people to come to action, fruition, to legislation in this place on this historic day. This really is a moment in our parliamentary history to relish and remember. Equality, a Labor goal, is the simple goal of this nation-changing reform. I now turn to details of the bill. This bill contains consequential amendments as a result of the increase in the Medicare levy contained in the Medicare Levy Amendment DisabilityCare Australia Bill 2013. Contributions to superannuation are subject to a number of different caps, which vary depending on the age and retirement status of the person making the contribution and on whether the contribution is made out of or before tax income. These caps exist to ensure that the amount of concessionally taxed superannuation benefits that a person may receive is sustainably and appropriately targeted, designed for a person's longevity. The amount of a person's pre-tax superannuation contribution that exceeds the concessional cap is currently taxed at a rate of 31.5%. This is the sum of the top marginal personal tax rate of 45% and the current Medicare levy of 1.5%, less the general rate of 15% tax paid by most superannuation funds. This bill will increase the rate at which the tax on accessional contributions is payable. From the 1st of July 2014, this rate will increase by half a percentage point to 32%, reflecting the increase in the Medicare levy. These consequential amendments will help to ensure the integrity of the system. Further details of the bill are set out in the explanatory memorandum for the package of the bills. I commend this bill to the House and I move the bill be read a second time.
The debate must now be adjourned. The member for Menzies.
Deputy Speaker, I so move.
The question is that the resumption of the debate be made in order of the day for the next sitting. I think the ayes have it. The ayes have it.